our channel, become our patron. Visit patreon.com/Cycle Maintenance Academy.
Hi, Mary from Cycle Maintenance Academy here. Today we're going to have a look at disc pad replacement. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. Okay, let's begin. If your brakes are squeaky or not performing very well, you may need to replace the pads. Before you jump on the task, first watch this video about how to stop bicycle disc brakes from squeaking, as just replacing the pads may not solve the problem. A disc brake pad consists of braking material and a metal plate that helps to dissipate the heat and make the pad more rigid. There are three types of brake surfaces. Organic. These are made out of non-metallic fibres such as rubber, glass, Kevlar, bonded with resin. They are the cheapest option, providing sharp braking. However, they are the compound that wears the most quickly, and they lose power when used constantly, such as downhilling, as they fade in higher temperatures. Some disc rotors are designed solely for organic pads. Watch this video to find out more about disc rotors. Sintered. These are made out of metal particles combined together in a pressure and heating process. They are longer lasting and work better than organic pads in steep descents when continuous braking is crucial. However, they are more expensive and not as sharp in normal riding conditions. Semi-metallic. The best and the worst of both worlds. They are a mix of organic and metal fibres. They wear slower than organic pads and provide sharper braking than sintered in everyday riding conditions. However, they wear quicker than sintered pads and are not as sharp as organic. Disc brake pads come in many shapes and sizes to fit a particular brake. The replacement pad needs to be compatible, but they don't have to be the same brand as the brake on your bike. Some disc brake pads come with fins. Their job is to maximise heat dissipation from the pad. However, they do not offer any advantage for everyday riding. The pads have the ability to retract when the brake is released. This is possible either thanks to magnetic pistons or an external spring fitted between the pads. While removing your old pads, check if there is a spring and refit if required. If you want to ensure good braking performance, then when replacing the pads, it's good practice to also replace the rotor. Tools required. Long nose pliers. These are used for straightening the retaining clip and removing the pads. Set of Allen keys, Torx wrenches. Many parts on the caliper require these tools. Flathead screwdriver, required for some retaining bolts and also for pushing hydraulic pistons back into place. Isopropyl alcohol and cloth, required for cleaning the caliper before fitting the pads and cleaning the rotor. Removing the pads. If you have a bike stand, put the bike on it, and if you don't, turn the bike upside down. Remove the wheel. If you have hydraulic disc brakes, position the screwdriver between one of the pads and the piston and gently push the pad against the other pad, and this will force the piston back into the caliper. Now do the same on the other side. If you have a mechanical disc brake, use a 5mm Allen key to release the cable on the caliper. Now reset the barrel adjusters on the brake and on the lever. To do this, turn them both clockwise as far as they will go. If there is a snap retainer on the retaining bolt, take it off. Now undo and remove the bolt. If you have a split pin retainer, then use the long nose pliers to straighten the end. Now slide the pin out. Slide the pads and spring out of the caliper. Note which side they fit, as some retaining systems aren't central. If there is a retaining device for the pads, to remove them you will have to unscrew the piston on the non-drive side. Some pistons are held in place with a small grub screw. If there is one, loosen it. And then unscrew the piston. If there is a spring clip, then remove this. First remove the drive side pad. If you're struggling to grip it, use your long nose pliers to grasp the tab at the bottom and pull. Now remove the non-drive side pad. Fitting the pads. When fitting new pads, it is important not to touch the braking surface. This is because our sebaceous glands produce an oily or waxy substance that can transfer and contaminate the pads. Clean the caliper using isopropyl alcohol and a clean dry cloth. If you have a caliper with a retaining mechanism, set the spring in between the pads and hold them together. Most finned brake pads need to be fitted the correct way around to better disperse the heat. The pads will be marked left and right. Fit accordingly. Now slide the pads into the caliper. Replace the retaining bolt and the snap retainer or the split pin and bend back the long end. For calipers without a retaining pin, first slide the non-drive side pad into place. If the pad is sticking out beyond the side of the caliper, then loosen the non-drive side piston until the pad is level with that side of the caliper. Slide in the drive side pad. If there is a spring, then slide it in between the pads. Now either replace or clean the disc rotor. Refit the wheel. It's time to adjust the brakes. Our video here will guide you through the process. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget to make some comments in the box below.